Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show where I'm Damien Farr, and tonight we're talking about Elvis. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, are you wearing the same shirt as last week? Yes, I am. And that's because it's not last week, it's the same week. I'm just filling them back to back because I'm going to be gone throughout the full 4th of July week. So I wouldn't really have time to film. So we're doing it now. We're doing it back to back, which I don't like doing often because I like looking at these videos as a time capsule. I can see how I've changed and how I've grown as a I just like looking at how dumb I look, honestly. Let's get to it here. We're talking about Elvis, which this movie is an FAR. I just want to point that out right away. Some basic info is it's directed by Baz Luhrmann with a screenplay by him, and Jeremy Dorner did the story with the screenplay by those two, Sam Bernal and Craig Pierce. So what is this movie really about? I mean, we're kind of getting to plot territory right away because it's a simple plot. I don't really want to go into this movie too far. It's a biopic about Elvis Presley. I mean, the man, the myth, the legend. I felt like after 4th of July, this was the best time to talk about it. Obi-Wan happened, then this came out the same time period, so I thought Obi-Wan, then this. So it's really just the life and career of Elvis and how indirectly, I wouldn't say indirectly, his manager pretty much is the reason that he died. Because what happened is he wanted to expand, and then he got hard into drugs. Not because his manager, but he continued to do the drugs more and more because his manager was, I would say, overworking him, is what it seems like, which is terrible to think. So the plot is just him and his manager's relationship throughout most of it, honestly, is the plot of the movie. And I want to point out this casting, though they're both amazing, you don't even notice that they are who they are. So I haven't seen Austin Butler in anything other than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but him and his Elvis, I didn't know. I don't want to say obviously, but I'm too young to have grown up with Elvis, being a household figure or a household name. So I'm not used to that. I'm more the person that doesn't know who Elvis is too well. I know his music and I've heard of him, the legend of him, but it's one of those situations where I've never seen the guy, like live, or when he was alive, I was not alive. It's the best way to describe it. So from what I've seen, Austin Butler carried this movie so well. I didn't know, much about Elvis, like I said, is the best way to describe it, because obviously, once again, did not grow up with Elvis. So, Elvis is obviously a huge known person, so a lot of people are going into this, and saying he's amazing, he did it perfectly. Well, the best way to describe how I think he did is he did so well in this movie that they showed a clip at the end of Elvis performing, and I thought that was Austin Butler, because once again, I didn't grow up with Elvis, so he had his nuances down pretty well, to the point where I've started watching videos of Elvis and he sounds just like him. Even in the film, he is singing in the film until you get to the Vegas performances, and then the voice changes a bit, where it's Austin Butler and Elvis mixed together, which is kind of a cool idea to think of, is that they're mixing them together to make it a better situation, to make it sound better. So I thought that was cool. Then you got Tom Hanks' Colonel Tom Parker, who, he nails it. You don't know it's Tom Hanks. He's under so much makeup. I'm surprised that Tom Hanks willingly took this, because there's some things that actors don't normally do. A lot of makeup on their face to hide their face when they're a big name star like Tom Hanks. Or masks. So him and Ethan Hawke both did it in the same week. I have not seen Black Box, I think it's called. Or The Black Phone, excuse me. But I plan on seeing that eventually, because there's going to be a little drought after there's a little drought between now and Thor Love and Thunder. So I would maybe see The Black Box. But honestly, this movie is definitely worth seeing. Is it the best movie of the year? No, it's not the best movie of the year, because the best movie of the year happens to be Uncharted, baby, so far. Don't get me wrong, I have a personal bias towards Uncharted, but it's sad to say it, that's the best movie we've seen this year. And I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with that. This is my show. It's my opinion. Deal with it. So, in all seriousness, what did you think of Elvis? Did you like it? I thought the movie was a bit long, and that's the reason I gave it an FAR. Though Austin Butler and Tom Hanks do amazing, it's just so long. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. And a lot of people are saying, well, I would have liked it longer. Me, I'm saying I would have liked it trim like 20 minutes of fat, and it could have been amazing. Could have been an FAR. Maybe even best movie of the year. So, once again, what did you think of Elvis? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.